Hey everybody, Dylan Distraction here, coming to you live from Batlantic Studios. Thought I'd do a quick back to the drawing board talk about comic book shirts on my drawing table and let you know Nuke Force is on Kickstarter right now. Can we unlock the stretch goal to have issue 2 be available for every backer? Currently, we're a few $100s away from issue 2 being unlocked. But if you go right now to Nuke Force on Kickstarter, you could be the hero that puts us over the first stretch goal. And I'd be super appreciative because I love that the fact that issue 1 is unlocked. That's great. I'm psyched. Issue 1, awesome. Nuke Force issue 1 by Distraction Comics, ready to go. But issue 2, that would be really good to be able to unlock issue 1 and 2. That means every backer would not only get issue 1, they would also get issue 2 sent to them along with issue 1. So the backers wouldn't have to do anything. You just automatically would get issues 1 and 2. And yeah, I'd love to be able to cross that stretch goal and have issue 2 go out to all the backers. So you could be the hero that makes that possible right now. So go right now to Nuke Force. If you just want to go to DylanAndrewsArt.com, you'll see a big picture of Nuke Force. Click on that. I'll take you right to the Kickstarter. And thank you so much to everybody that's backed the campaign. Really appreciate it. Got a bunch of original art reward levels. So really, I think it's an awesome opportunity to be able to get original art from this series. These are the pages that I drew. Can't really see them that great because it's kind of zoomed in, but here we go. These are anthology pages for the Nuke Force anthology, which is going to be coming up. I wanted to do a Nuke Force anthology collaborating with a bunch of my friends, and so that's what these pages are for. But you'll see right here, right? So I'm inking up that panel right there. And then this page, I ink this page up, and I got to color it. So digitally inking in Procreate. So I thought I'd show you a little bit of that process, what that looks like. I'm using, what pen am I using? The Rusty Nib. I like this one. I think it looks kind of like a vintage, old-timey brush, which I like old classic comic book brush inking. And when it's colored, it'll look like that. So it has a nice flick to it, nice thick and thin taper, has some good grit to it. I think it looks really nice when it's when I use it for inking. Looks like a classic old-timey Winsor Newton series Sable 7 brush, I think, but I don't know. What do I know? So yeah, thank you so much to everybody that's backed the Kickstarter campaign. If you haven't backed the Kickstarter campaign, let me know in the comments below why not. Love to know if there's something I could do to get you on board. If there's a special reward level that somebody wants to get, let me know. Happy to do what people are wanting to have. I got the original art levels. I've got, what else do I got? I got a bunch of stuff. I got the sketch covers, which are really fun on Nuke Force comic books with sketch covers. Those will be great. Those will probably be pencil, pen. I don't know if I'll ink them or if I'll just do straight pencils. I guess I'll just kind of see what I feel like doing. So that'll be really great. Got a bunch of fun stuff on the Kickstarter. So definitely check it out and let me know what you think. What else is going on it? Yeah, talking with collaborators for the Distraction Comics Nuke Force anthology. I would really love if someone wanted to grab one of those Distraction Comics reward levels. If you ever had wanted to be a published comic book writer, now's your chance. Happy to do the art. If you want to do a story about Nuke Force characters, I think that'd be really fun. So definitely check that out and grab one of those reward levels. Those are awesome. That's the kind of thing I would have loved when I was, just starting to do this. So definitely check those out. Yeah. So I'm doing YouTube, talking about my comic books, sharing my comic books. And we'll do an unbagging here of some more DC subscription comics I've gotten. So I'll show you those too. So yeah, we're in full swing of the beautiful weather here in sunny southern Maine. Watching the NBA finals, which has been nice. And bummed that the Celtics didn't get further. I am a Celtics fan. I do like the Celtics. So yeah, definitely kind of a bummer they kind of didn't pull it off there at the end, but kind of fell apart a little bit. But still, it was a fun ride while it lasted. So I enjoy watching basketball. Now I'm on to golf. On the golf season. Fun to watch Rory McIlroy win the Masters. And what else is going on? Not a lot going on. Just kind of hanging out, doing my thing all day. Got some new books I'm enjoying. Haven't had a lot of time to read, which is a bummer. But, you know, that's just kind of how it is these days. I think with most people, it's like if you're a creative professional, you're, you know, a comic book artist, just, you don't have the time to read. Like, I'm too busy, you know, living or trying to hustle, like trying to get my stuff out there, or draw. So having an opportunity to just kind of sit and read quietly, that's not really an option currently, which is too bad, but I figure I'll have time eventually, you know. So I have plenty of stuff on my to read pile when I'm not busy making and creating, but currently busy making and creating. So that's good. It's good to be busy, but it does cut into your reading time. It's kind of like the thing, like the house painter's house always needs to be painted, and the carpenter's house always needs to be fixed up because they're usually out doing it. Don't have a lot of time to just kind of sit and work on your own stuff. So that's kind of with reading. It's like, yeah, I'd love to just sit and read. Not an option. So that looks terrible. Let's try to make this look not terrible. I think I'm over-rendering it. Yeah, see, simple. Keep it simple. Looking at all those Silver Age comic books, what'd they do? They kept it simple. Anytime you're trying to over-render, it's usually because you're just not confident in the line work. For me, anyway. There's some artists that can pull it off, and the rendering is part of the gimmick. But for me, I'm going for this a little bit more sleek, slick inking stuff. I look at like classic Bruce Timm or Herb Trimpe or Dave Cockrum. Look at some of that Dave Cockrum X-Men stuff. It's like, yeah, that's just the right amount of action. Where's the Dave Cockrum stuff? I'm gonna go grab that. I want to look at that. I want to put that in my brain. Hold on. Hold on. I got it around here somewhere. Hold on. Where the heck is it? Anyway. Too many books. Yeah, this is a fun one. So, this is a fun. Speaking of Dave Cockrum, so this is a Dave Cockrum treasury. I got this a little while ago, and yeah, this is a really fun one. So, published by Aardwolf. I think you can get these on eBay. Great Dave Cockrum image right there. Batman. Here's some rendering, right? Like that amount of rendering. This Godzilla stuff's hilarious. Yeah, like that. Right? That amount of rendering. 95. Right? This is 1995 and everybody's 93. Yeah, I like this quite a bit. So like that stuff, love that. It's great to see it in black and white. There's some cross hatching, you know, there's some noodle in there. But this is probably when they're like, draw like Jim Lee. Everybody's got to do double lighting. It's like, or just, you know, let the man cook. Yeah, so I love Dave Cockrum stuff. And this was the Futurians? I don't know what this is. I want to look that up. So that I want to get too. So that's Dave Cockrum. Good. Get that in my brain. So I'm always trying to find stuff that's inspirational, stuff that I can, you know, just kind of see and experience and pull from, and I think it's really important. I think it's important as a creator to have that sort of experience to things. Wish I had his X-Men stuff. Where's his X-Men stuff? Probably, I don't know where those. Oh wait, here's Uncanny X-Men 1. Yeah. Got it in hardcover and softcover. So, Masterworks, hardcover and softcover. So this is the Dave Cockrum. This is Giant Size X-Men, obviously. This is an older version that looks a little less crisp, right? This older, even the cover looks a little out of, right? Not super crisp. So what I guess they did was they remastered it to look like this. And yeah, I'd say that looks better. Yeah, that looks better. Yeah, this is a much better version. This is the new 2024, 2025 version of this, which I think looks a lot better. 2024. Yeah, manufactured between 3/29, 2024 and 6/10, 2024. This one, even the cover looks low res. This one was, who knows, printed in Canada. 2003? Does that make sense? Maybe. They changed the credits. Editor. Book designer. See if they change those credits. Just curious. This is what happens when I get editor. No. Book designer. No. Yeah, this is the new version, and it looks remarkably better. I assume this is the version that they use for the omnibuses, which I also have, but yeah, that looks great. So if you're like, what kind of stuff are you going for? I'm going for this kind of stuff. Going for this kind of stuff. But what happens is I get caught up in looking at inspirational stuff, and then I like forget to draw. I'm like, oh yeah, I was gonna try to do a YouTube video and do some drawing. Like, oh whoops, I just ended up just looking at a comic book for 2 hours. You know what? That's okay. If that's what happens, that's what happens. Got to do what you got to do. So yeah, inking is just kind of mind-numbing. A lot of the decision making has already been done. The paneling, the page layouts, the storytelling. I'm drawing in the inks. Like I'm not the kind of person that's gonna be like, nope, I have to keep it as strict as possible. And like, no, I'm reworking and moving stuff slightly in the inks. I find that's just how I work. I think a lot of people that ink themselves do that. Dave Finch has a great YouTube video about how when he's inking himself, he's like, I can't draw it 3 times. Like I have to just, I gotta work it out on the board. And I get that. I think that makes a lot of sense. Just not enough hours in the day to tightly pencil something and then ink it tightly. Better to do one loose. With me, it's all loose. So I have 2 settings here for this particular inking brush. I have the bigger one, which is 31, and I have the smaller one, which is 13. So the smaller one would be if I'm trying to do littler details like a face, right? Or somebody that's smaller in a panel. All right, features. But I don't like to do everything in that smaller one because I just think it lacks a little bit of character. Like it looks less bold to me for whatever reason. So but I usually switch back and forth. Like there, like put this part here. So yeah, everybody that's checked out the Kickstarter campaign, let me know what you think in the comments. I'm interested to hear what they think, how it looks. I'm psyched that we've unlocked issue 1, but I really want to unlock issue 2. If everybody that has backed ups their pledge, grabs a sketch cover, adds a sketch cover, that would push us to the first stretch goal, which would be great. So definitely there's time left on the clock, but don't wait. Go now. Grab our award. Help us. Help me help you. I really want to be able to send people a bunch of awesome stuff. And the higher we go, the more I can afford to print and ship. Pretty much what it boils down to. So definitely go right now to Kickstarter. And yeah, back the campaign. Let me know what you think. And what other Kickstarter campaigns are people checking out? I saw that Mark Millar, and John Romita Jr. Hey, John Romita Jr. That's how I do my impression. So John Romita Jr. from Brooklyn. Hey, I'm walking here. It's not very good, John Romita Jr. And Mark Millar. He's Scottish. Hey, Mark Millar. I don't know what you're talking about. Those are my impressions of Mark Millar and John Romita Jr. You're welcome. So they are launching a thing, or just launched a thing, called, oh man, I can't remember the name of it. Called Psychic Cop. What is it? Psychic Sam. Might be. I might have just guessed it. I have no idea what it's about. I don't care. It's Mark Millar and John Romita Jr. I'm backing it. Those guys are great. Two of my favorites. Of course I'm going to back it. I wish they'd do a full-size artist edition scan from John Romita Jr.'s pencils. That'd be dope. But I didn't see that, so I don't think that's a thing. But that'd be cool. And I'm so sorry to Mr. Mark Millar and Mr. John Romita Jr. for my horrible impression of their accents. Feel free to roast my main accent. It's wicked. Yeah, wicked. Oh, yeah, that's pretty wicked. Oh, I can't even do a main accent. Gotta get out and mow the lawn. It's wicked rainy out here. That's not good. You come for the fun voices. You stay for the art, but you show up for the fun voices. All right, I'm over-rendering right there. I can already tell. Leave it alone. So anyway, if this was drawn traditionally, I'd have to re-ink things or rework stuff. But great thing about working digitally is I can just butcher it and go back in and make any adjustments I need to. So there's a fearlessness about inking digitally that I really like. And I like the results too. I think it emulates traditional inking really well. In some cases, better than actual traditional inking. For me, anyway. Everybody obviously has different results based on their ability. But for me, I like digital inking. And that's what I do. Or that's what I'm doing for this. Covers I've been traditionally inking just so I can get them out on the Kickstarter. Offer them as Kickstarter awards. So if you back the campaign you want a cover, let me know. I'll send you a cover. Especially if you're a patron and a Kickstarter backer. If you double dip, you double support me, I'll send you whatever you want. All right, so I've almost finished this one panel. I deserve a break. Let's unbag some comic books. So I have a subscription to DC subscriptions. I don't subscribe to everything, but I subscribe to a few things. DC's really been making some great stuff lately, and so it's been really, really nice to be able to subscribe to books. So what are some of the books I've subscribed to? That's a great question. Let's check them out. This is my newest haul of books. They come from Midtown. They're in these nice little bags. They got these great advertisements on the back of them for Warner Brothers Studio Tours. Let's rip this one open and see what we got. I don't know. That's one of the things about these subscription bags is that you don't know what's in them. All right, let's see. Oh, the excitement. Oh, boy. Eee. Ripping the crap out of this one. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. I should cut it, but I don't have any scissors. All right, let's see what the first comic book from my subscription this week is. Oh, drum roll. Bonk. Absolute Superman. Nice. I have been getting these because I subscribed. I think the art looks great. But I haven't really read them. But I'm sure I'm going to like it when I get a chance to sit down and read them because they look great. They look great. And I'm a fan of all the DC, absolute DC stuff. So it's a no-brainer. All right, back in the bag. And yeah, these are the ones you can get. So there's really good deals. And check it out. Obviously, support independent comics, support creator-owned comics, buy my comics. But if for some reason you're like, you know what else is out there? Stuff like this is out there. So check these things out. These are all so cool. All right, so that's the first one, Absolute Superman. Let's see what's next. I love comic books. That's the thing. So I just love comic books. I love graphic novels. I love trade paperbacks. I love artist editions. I love floppy comic books. I love creator-owned stuff. I love Big 2 stuff. What's next? Ooh, Absolute Batman, number 8. Scott Snyder. Who's this artist? Frank Martin. Nice. Marcos Martin. So a cover by Nick Dragotta, Frank Martin. Writer Scott Snyder. Artist Marcos Martin. This copy's a little bent, but this is the first one that's even been slightly bent. Oh yeah, I like this art a lot. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, that looks great. This looks terrible, but this looks great. No, not look terrible. It just doesn't look like anything I want in my life. But Absolute Batman. I've read quite a few of these. Not all of them, but the first few. And they are absolutely incredible. So, Absolute Batman, that's number 2 in the bag. What's number 3? Let's find out together. As I rip it open. Like a trash panda. Going through the garbage. Here we go. I like to rip them open from the top so I can then use them as a bagging board. Is that cheap? Is it bad for the comic? I don't care. All right, let's see. The third comic in the big haul of today's comic books is, Aquaman All In number 5, Return of the King. Nice. This art is great. I think it's great. It's not my favorite, but I am enjoying it. It's one of those things, and this I don't like. I don't know if I don't like. Why don't I like this? I don't like the color. I don't know why I don't like this. I should like this. You know what I don't like? You know why I don't like this? Because I didn't ask for this. I don't want. It's like I don't need every comic book to have 5 pages of a Supergirl story. I don't want. Like you. Who are you? Who is this for? It's not for me. You don't need to put it in the comic I bought. It's cool. I'm sure it's great. But this isn't something I care for. So, I mean, you can, I don't know. Like, do you think that that's the same reader? I'm not going to get that. I don't need it in my awesome Aquaman comic. Anyway, whatever. I get it. Cross promotion. They think, oh, the guy that likes Aquaman, he's going to like Supergirl. No, it's not something I want. You don't need to put it in there. Awesome. Let's look again at the books I got. My DC comic subscription. We got Absolute Batman. A banger, obviously. Absolute Superman. Super dope. And Aquaman All In. Return of the King. I'm an Aquaman fan. Glad they have a good Aquaman series right now. This writer is great. Adams. So good. Jeremy Adams. Thanks, Jeremy Adams. All right. So that's my unbagging for today. Oh, I gotta keep drawing this Nuke Force page. Oosh. I got 4 more pages I gotta draw, and then another. And I gotta ink it, and I gotta color it, and it's never ending. That's the great thing about being a creator-owned comic book professional. There's always something to work on. The bad thing is there's always something to work on. There's never like oh, I'll get somebody else to do it. It's like, no, I'm the guy that's got to do it. And so I got to figure out the story and the character designs and then the coloring. And then that's why I'm really excited about the Distraction Comics anthology, because not that I'm handing anything off, but I'm handing some stuff off, which is really nice. I can be like, hey, you do this page. And the person's like, okay. And then they do it. And it's like, that's so nice. It's so nice to have collaborators. I see why comic book artists like to have collaborators. It's a lot to do on your own. So yeah, that's where that is. What else do I want to do? I think this looks good. So yeah, if you haven't yet, please go to Kickstarter. Grab a reward level. I really want to be able to unlock issue 2 for all the backers, so go right now, grab a reward level, let me know what you think. Oh, and then of course I'll just show you this quickly. So that's the pencil underdrawing scanned in, right? Kind of get what that's all about. And then I'll do this one will be, drop that one down. I'll do this one so you can just kind of see that when I do like a dot thing, right? So we'll do like this. We'll go through and do all this for all of it. So that'll look cool. That adds some nice visual depth to it. So that'll look good, and then I'll put that all around here. Kind of make that water blast look like it's popping a little bit. And then also when I add in color, that'll make it look, add some three-dimensionality to everything. So yeah, so that'll look good. Sometimes I'll just jump in and finish a panel completely. I might do that with this one, so that I can see like one finished panel and be like, all right, it's gonna work. I can bounce everything off of that one. I've done that before. Yeah, that'll look cool. And it helps to give the shiny robot parts a bit of a low light too. That and that. Yeah, that look good. Yeah, I don't know if I want his face crazy. Let's not do that. Let's do that. Yeah, it looks better. I think I over-rendered his brow here. If I go back in and clean that up. Yeah, good. All right, so thank you all so much for watching. DylanAndrewsArt.com, MakeComicsCool.com, DylanDistraction.com, Nuke Force on Kickstarter right now. Time's running out. Help us unlock the first stretch goal. Go to Kickstarter, type in Nuke Force, go to DylanAndrewsArt.com. You see a big image of Nuke Force. Click on that image. Run right now. Help us unlock that first stretch goal. And thank you so much for your support. Really appreciate it. It means the world to me. Okay, thanks. Bye.